Hello, 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 hello. Happy December. Oh my God, what a year it's been. Okay, a couple things. First, hi, hello, hello, welcome. If this is your first time here, my name is Lightworker Wit. Pleasure to meet you. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. Happy to see you. I hope that you had a lovely Thanksgiving holiday. And if you didn't see family, that's okay. I hope you enjoyed your own company. First things first, for Aries, Taurus, Pisces, and Aquarius, I did your readings at my brother's home, so you won't see this background. I still worked on my holiday. I don't know about you, but I still worked, okay? And one of them, I think it might be Pisces, super zoom on career and finances. So sorry about that. But it got done. I was not gonna re-record it. You're still gonna get the message. You might see my pores, but that's okay. I do these for sun signs, so please watch your sun sign, but I also encourage you to watch your moon and your rising as well, so you can get a 360 view on what to expect for this month. Please remember that as a Lightkeeper, you have 15% off of all of my products and services. So please feel free to peruse my website if you feel like you want a little treat for yourself this holiday season. If you want to order a forecast for yourself or a birthday forecast or a quick reading or one of my journals, anything, just browse what's on there. Just browse and just see if you want something for yourself this holiday season. I say this to everybody, don't try to make the shoe fit if it doesn't fit, all right? If I start saying something that doesn't feel like it resonates to you, take it in. Make a mental note, and if things start to unfold this month that are like, oh, hold on, Whitney said that this is going to occur, come back to the reading. But don't try to make it fit, because that happens to me all the time. I'll do a reading and I'm just like, okay, whatever. But then in hindsight, I'm like, oh. But I will say most of you guys who are subscribed to me generally resonate with my messages, so you already know what the deal is here. So I'm excited to get into these forecasts. I am going to be, or at least I'm going to try to be, a little bit speedier with the rest of the 8 signs, simply because my December is already looking kind of crazy. And I want to make sure I get these out to you sooner rather than later. Okay, just real quick, because you might be wondering if I do annual forecasts. I don't really like to do annual forecasts for the year ahead. A lot of other tarot content creators will do that for 2026. I don't really like to. Number one, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I don't know that I want to make the time. I considered it. I was in conversation with a website. They were interested in maybe sponsoring a video or something, and I presented it to them, but they did not write me back. Had they written me back, you would have 2026 forecasts. Somebody's got to pay for the time, okay? They take a lot of work. The way that I like to do my forecasts, you're getting a forecast, babe, okay? So if you want one for yourself, please go to my website, order it for yourself. I don't think I'm going to keep them up very long because of how long they take, and I don't want them to bleed into January like they did last year. By December 15th, I need to have all the orders I'm going to have for annual forecasts. You feel me? Okay. You're most likely not going to get collective 2026 predictions on this channel. If I do, they might be pick a card. They might be very general, but if you want something in depth, you're going to want to go to my website to order that. All right, I think I said everything I needed to say. Please be sure to like this video and comment if you'd like to, even if just a little couple emojis. That lets YouTube know that you're engaged and you like what's happening here, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. Bye. Hi, Scorpio. All of your cards are shuffled, babe. So let me go ahead and put them back. Back of the deck is Ace of Swords reverse. I'm trying to make sure I understand the orientation. I have them at in Knight of Pentacles reverse. Okay. I'm usually pretty good with not mixing that up, but you never know. All right, let's see what we got for you. How are you doing? Good. Lovely, Scorpio. You're going to be ending the year very nicely. Very, very nicely. Okay. Current self is Page of Wands. All right. So you're exploring, you're seeing what's out there. The Page of Wands is connected to the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So for me, you're in a very like whimsy state. Like I look at the pages as like whimsy. They're all whimsy in their own little way. And Page of Wands is definitely like an extroverted whimsy energy. Like maybe I want to try this. Maybe I want to see about that. Like you're just coming into December like open and kind of like excited. Theme of the month is Page of Swords, another whimsy energy. The Page of Swords does represent the air signs Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You know, I just realized, let me think. No, because in a different deck, the Page of Swords is feminine. Sorry, I was like, anyway. Okay, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Theme of the month. The Page of Swords is related to research, learning, and it is related to gathering information, fact-finding, wanting to improve your skill set, sometimes also going back to school, just trying to get credentials. Like you're gathering and absorbing information. You understand that you're not a subject matter expert yet, but you're trying to become one on a particular topic, right? Even if like sometimes for me, the Page of Swords will come up sometimes when I'm like in my content bag. Like maybe I've got a lot of content I want to do that day, or maybe I'm just like super focused on a lot of ideas that I want to try. Like, so it could be that energy too. Maybe you're not researching, but you're just kind of like in, like both of these energies are very like creative energy, but also like very cerebral and mental energy. So like, I feel like if I think about your brain this month, Scorpio, like I'm seeing a brain like the neuro whatever, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's active. Key goal to pursue is the 8 of Pentacles, hard work, dedication, mastery. Great. Obstacle to overcome is the 6 of Pentacles, which is receiving help or assistance, okay? Or potentially giving help or assistance. Major accomplishment is the Temperance, which is related to Sagittarius, but it's also about patience and compromise as well. What to avoid is 2 of Wands. This is looking towards the future, looking ahead. It's never really bad to look ahead, but in this context, Spirit might be advising you to not look outside to fix your problems. We're definitely going to clarify that, but it may be don't change your plans. Yeah, we got it. There's a lot of ways that could be interpreted. So let's just keep going for now. What to embrace, Queen of Wands. For me, I'm just hearing like, stick to your guns. Like, I feel like don't change your plans. That's what I'm hearing, but we're going to figure out why, especially because what to embrace is the Queen of Wands. Fire sign energy again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is somebody who's very charismatic, very spontaneous, very spunky, very alluring. She's able to get what she wants. No problem. No big deal. Okay. So sometimes I'm just like, how did my cards get like this? Anyway. So yeah, don't change your plans. Let's just keep going. Queen of, you got a lot of court cards in your reading. You got 4 court cards. I'll get back to that in a second. Where to find support, Queen of Cups, water sign energy here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And the Queen of Cups is very compassionate, very nurturing, very loving, very motherly, right? I'm sorry, in my head, I'm like, did I clear my energy? Like, did I clear my energy? Okay, maybe I need to clear my energy. Did I clear my phone? Because I'm like, I know I deleted a bunch of videos, but I don't remember how much storage I have left right now. So I'm like, wait, I might need to check that. Anyway, let me just finish this thought and then I'll check. Okay, where to find support is Queen of Cups. So there might be another water sign that can assist you. But if this is not related to someone else, this could be for you, Scorpio, where you tap into compassionate energy for yourself. Like Queen of Cups is like soft life. Queen of Cups is soft life, okay? You're not trying to do too much. You're trying to do just enough and you're trying to recharge. You're trying to regroup, okay? Advice and encouragement is 10 of Pentacles. Now, the 10 of Pentacles, in this particular deck, I do associate it with home simply because of the imagery, but it is typically related to wealth, abundance, and luxury, okay? So I'm going to stop here before hold on. Just let me check this. Okay, I got distracted, Scorpio. I'm sorry. I mean, I have enough storage, but then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm here now. Why is the Page of Wands here for Scorpio? Start of the month. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. You're exploring ways potentially on either managing your finances or getting your finances in order. Or your priorities. You're trying to explore some other ways, some other tactics of getting yourself organized. A lot of times the 2 of Wands is more related to getting organized. The 2 of Pentacles is more like organizing your finances and priorities, like basically having your ish in order. Whereas the Two of Wands is about making plans. Two of Pentacles is about organizing yourself of what's already put in place of like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that. You know, you're trying to juggle the things. The Two of Wands is like, okay, do I want to go to France next year or not? You know, it's like that. That's the difference. So to me, it just looks like you're exploring ways of organizing your time and potentially finances. Let's look at theme of the month with the Page of Swords, Scorpio. Why is that here? So Page of Wands again, just in a different deck. So fire sign energy heavy. And what is this? And Ace of Swords. Okay. The Eight of Swords is anxiety, fear, victimization, limiting beliefs. Why is this here for Scorpio? Yeah, okay. So wealthy man here, theme of the month. So to me, there's some anxiety around somebody that you're dealing with. We're going to see what's coming up either in your love life or your career and finances. But because the Page of Swords is here, I'm just like, okay, are you not talking to this person? Like, what's going on? You know, it feels like really what the theme of the month is going to be is related to communication with this person. I don't know what the relationship is with this person yet, so we will see. Okay, let's keep going. Eight of Pentacles, why is this here for key goal to pursue? Family room. Okay, Eight of Pentacles again. Okay, hold on. Eight of Pentacles, family room. Like I said, the Eight of Pentacles is about mastery, discipline, hard work. It is sometimes also connected to perfectionism. This is either you needing to work really hard or working extra hours to keep things going in your home. Maybe you want to be buying things for your home. Maybe you've got a roommate, they lost a job, so you're trying to work extra hard. What's the vibe here for a Scorpio? Key goal to pursue. Three of Swords. We have sorrow and anguish here. Maybe, I wonder if you're trying to keep yourself busy. Because of some sort of disappointment. Maybe you're throwing yourself into a project related to your home. Three of Wands, expectations, waiting on your ships to come in, growth and expansion. You're trying to get up out of your situation. You don't like your situation right now, and it looks like you're working really, really hard to get up. It feels related to your home or the amount of money coming through your home or not coming through your home. You're trying to like, you're like, okay, what do I need to do to be on that boat? I'm not trying to say you're trying to get out of here, but I'm saying that like, well, in a way I am. But you're working really hard because you don't like your current conditions. Okay. Obstacle to overcome is Six of Pentacles. Why is that here for Scorpio? Now remember, the Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. Now I want to know if you are the one in need of help or if help is coming to you or if you're helping someone else. Queen of Cups, your sign, your card here, water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Can you clarify this, please, for Spirit, for Scorpio? The Six of Pentacles. Okay, main female. So I'm basically getting the same card. this is related to you. Most of my viewers are women. Okay, so what's the message though? Obstacle to overcome is it could be another water sign or another female, but I don't think it is. Is this about helping yourself? What is this about, Spirit? The Six of Pentacles. What are you trying to get them to do? Okay, we have the Chariot and the Four of Cups. Move forward. Now, the Chariot is often related to moving or changing locations or something to do with your car. The Four of Cups is like, oh, what else is out there? I don't really like my current situation. Like, yeah. I wonder, Scorpio, if you are currently seeking money to relocate. Kind of getting that vibe here. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. That may not be the reason why you might be looking for extra funds or extra assistance. It could be related to you just want to be advancing somehow. You want to progress your life. You don't really like how it is, but you need a little leg up. A leg up. But I'm hearing relocation packet. Like, it could be that someone in your life is moving or moving out or moving on. And now you're trying to figure out how to replace that income. Okay. If you've got roommates or something. All right. Major accomplishment, the Temperance. Why is that here? This is Sagittarius energy for you, Scorpio. What is this for Scorpio? Community. Which is interesting because the back of deck energy here is Three of Cups, which is like basically the same. Okay, so let's see why that's here for Scorpio. Patience, moderation. We have Four of Swords and Nine of Wands. Perseverance and rest. Okay. The Temperance could be seen as rest and recovery. It could be seen because you're just kind of, it's a patience. Like you're being patient with yourself. It's withholding, it's moderation, it's alchemy. Now, typically though, I'm going to be honest, the Temperance card is typically about moderation and compromise. So given that I have the Four of Swords here and the Nine of Wands, it feels like you're finally putting a situation to rest, potentially regarding a conflict or disagreement that you've been having with family members or people close to you. It seems like whatever squabbles you've been having with family or close friends, you're going to squash it. That looks like the vibe to me this month. Okay, clarify Two of Wands, please, for Scorpio. What to avoid. Okay, we've got message. We've got message of concern and adjudication just fell out. Related to, got so many cards over here. The Two of Wands. Okay. I wonder, like when I look at these cards, I almost feel sometimes the Two of Wands is related to like people, something or someone far away from you. It is connected to travel, even though it is about planning and organizing. I wonder if someone is like sending you a distress signal and you're kind of like, oh my God, I got to go and look after my mom. I got to go see what's up with my sister. Like, but I feel like Spirit's like, hey, don't drop everything to handle this. Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups is about walking away and being alone, isolation. What are you telling Scorpio to do? Or not to do, rather? Page of Swords again. Air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Excuse me. I'm not getting the message, Spirit. You gotta help me. I'm not getting it. Hold on, Scorpio. We're gonna figure this out. What are you telling Scorpio to avoid? Please clarify. Okay. Yeah. Got it. This is okay. We have hostilities falling out. Now, it did flip out reversed, okay? And when it comes out reversed, it's usually, again, compromise. So that would make sense, with the message of concern and adjudication. Listen, so here's how I'm seeing this, Scorpio. You're going to receive a message this month that is going to trigger you. I am not convinced that it's about you, to be honest. I'm convinced it's about somebody close to you. And you are like, you're either wanting to defend somebody or, well, that is in your nature. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Scorpios they are the like underdog champions. They are always rooting for the little guy, always wanting to root for the person who's like not seen, not heard. In a way, they're very similar to Aquarius, where they're like kind of a humanitarian, but not in the way that Aquarius is an activist. Like Scorpio wants to see the Jets win, like, I don't even watch sports or football or anything, but I know that the Jets is not a good team. But like Scorpio would be rooting for them. I actually think Gary Vee is a Scorpio and he is an avid Jets fan. He is November 14th. You see, if you don't know who Gary Vee is, he's like you just look him up. You've seen his face. So it's like either you want to defend somebody or you want to go, or you yourself want to go fight somebody to like let somebody know, don't try me, But Spirit's kind of like, whoa, pump the brakes. Okay, let's move on. Queen of Wands. Why is that here for Scorpio? What to embrace? The Queen of Wands is manifestation. It is, okay. We've got the Coffin card, which is like putting something to rest, putting something to bed. Again, squashing it. What are we squashing? What is being put to rest? Five of Cups. Oh, we might literally have some grief here. Okay. We've got what to embrace, Five of Cups, and the Coffin. Now, to me, Scorpio, this is actually somebody who might be experiencing some grief in your life. Okay. If you have a close friend who's grieving a parent or child, or miscarriage even, it feels like Spirit wants you to be there for that person. Because the Queen of Wands, again, fire sign energy, but it's also someone who's a manifestor and charismatic and spontaneous, like extrovert. If this has nothing to do with other people in your life, this could be a message to get out of some humdrum energy. If you've been grieving something or someone, it is time to transmute that energy. And I would think that I just was reading some astrology post, and it does look like December would be that month where we kind of get out of this heavy energy that we've been in for October and November. Let's look at what to embrace, Queen of Cups, for you, Scorpio. Or excuse me, this is where to find support. I'm just messing this spread all up. Okay. Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. We've got deception, escapism, strategy, and waiting. Like just planting your seeds, waiting for them to harvest. Now, again, this is where to find support. I feel like, Scorpio, there's something that you're waiting for to happen this month, but you can't, it's out of your hands. So instead of going crazy and trying to figure out, well, when's this going to happen, or if people are on top of what you need them to handle, do your due diligence. But let me tell you something. Once we get to about the 19th or the 20th, it's a wrap for you, babe. Whatever didn't get done, you need to just chill and sit down and relax. Because after that, ain't nothing getting handled till January 5th. And you know that. So, yeah. Relax. Don't be mad about this extra time you're being given. Relax. Take care of yourself. All right. And lastly, advice and encouragement is Ten of Pentacles. If you need money, Scorpio, you're going to have it. Clarify this for Scorpio, please. Okay, and is that the 10 of Cups? Oh, wow. The Wheel of Fortune and 2 of Cups. Wow, beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune is good luck, good karma, good fortune. And the 2 of Cups is partnerships, divine partnerships and unions. So, Scorpio, by the end of December, I feel like all the little petty bullshit you're going through this month is going to be worth it. I'm sorry, I keep kicking my camera around. All the little petty BS that you're going through this month is going to be worth it. If you have been at odds with a best friend, it is feeling like, like you're reconnecting with them. Not like, obviously not a romantic way, but like you've missed them. All right, let me recap this. Give me a second because I got like 50 million cards out here. Okay. It might be easier to just do this. Why do I feel like I'm breathing so hard? I'm sorry. I probably need to go to bed. Okay, let me see. I use so many cards to clarify. I'm just like, what are your cards? Okay. Okay, did we get it? We got there? Okay, here we go. Let's go. Current self, Page of Wands, exploring your options, exploring how to maybe improve your finances or be more efficient in your time and your productivity. Theme of the month is communication. There seems to be an older gentleman that maybe you're going to have a lot of communication with. Could be a boss, could be romantic, could be platonic, but maybe wanting to prove yourself to them as well with this because of the page energy. Page is like someone who's a little bit immature, not literally, but energetically. Maybe you're in a position where you feel less seasoned in relation to whoever this wealthy man is. So this is about you in a way proving yourself, but also trying to figure out how to communicate with this person. Key goal to pursue is 8 of Pentacles. Hard work, mastery, dedication, self-improvement as well. Wanting to improve your situation because it seems like you want to improve something around your home life. So you're very motivated to do well and perform well. Maybe even trying to get a promotion or a better job in general. Obstacle to overcome is 6 of Pentacles. To me, this is that you either need to be investing in yourself. I had a lot of cards because I said this is related to you. Where did those cards go? Yeah, because I had the... You either, Scorpio, need to invest in yourself. I said that it looks like you are wanting to relocate. That was what I was getting. Or like I said, you need some financial assistance in some way. And you don't like asking for help. So please, you're going to have to find a way to get over that, Scorpio, and ask for help if you need it. Major accomplishment is temperance. So managing any hostilities or compromising with people who are close to you this month. Don't go be ready to book a flight to go beat somebody's butt. Okay. Calm yourself. Don't get too aggressive. Let things calm down. Okay. Either relationship to somebody you have beef with, or if somebody has beef with somebody you're close with. What to embrace, Queen of Wands, could be a fire sign. Could be somebody who's experiencing grief. If you are this person who's experiencing grief, this would be a sign to move past it. Where to find support is Queen of Cups. This could be a water sign, but this could also be a message for you to be patient and take care of yourself while you wait for other things around the business that you need to get handled. And 10 of Pentacles here in the position of advice and encouragement, which to me looks like if you are needing money, it's going to come through. So basically, I'm not even gonna lie to you, Scorpio, like this whole month, you really kind of just stressing for no reason. I feel like you're just like getting yourself worked up about things that are already taken care of, even though you don't know how these things are taken care of. I just don't want you to overexert yourself and like I don't want you to get yourself worked up about things that are petty or about things that don't matter that much, Really work on your stress management this month. Okay. All right. I'm going to clean all this up and let's move on to your love life. All right, babe. Love and relationships. What to expect? Page of Swords again. Please write the Queen of Wands again. Write these down. You guys know how I feel about repeating cards. If they come out again, they are significant to you this month. Okay. Let's look at what these oracle messages are for you, Scorpio. I don't think I have any other repeating cards, Scorpio. What you got for Scorpio in December 2025? Okay. Okay, what else? You're like, Whitney, I don't like that face. What else you got for Scorpio? Okay, let me see. One more for Scorpio, please. Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to get a card out of this because I feel like I need to. What you got for Scorpio? What's the guidance here? Yeah. Sure. Okay. Got it. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's run. Let's run. Let's run. All right. Here we go. What to expect? Page of Swords and Queen of Wands reversed. Page of Swords is about communication. Queen of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. When it is reversed, it is somebody who does not want to be bothered. They're normally very spunky and spontaneous and available, but when they're reversed, they're withdrawn. So you may be going into the month of December knowing that you're not communicating with a fire sign, or whether or not they're a fire sign, it's just somebody who is usually very extroverted and bubbly. It's looking like that you're not going to be talking to, or you just not, I don't know if there's a silent treatment or if they're going through something, it's the communication feels difficult. Okay. Sorry, I've got like this thing under here. Okay. Oh my God, Spirit, please just let me focus for the rest of Scorpio's reading, please. One of my clients, she's a redhead. I don't know if you're watching this, babe. Hi. I'm even thinking of you. I wonder, I'm like, oh, is there somebody you're not talking to? If you're not talking to an air sign, are you giving somebody the silent treatment? Communication is strained for some reason. Can you clarify this? What to expect for Scorpio? Devil. Okay, Devil's here. Maybe it's work related. Maybe somebody's not as available as they used to be. And maybe that's causing some resentment. Devil is Capricorn energy in case it matters. The unexpected is the Justice card and the Eight of Wands. Justice is Libra energy. The Eight of Wands is somebody who typically wants to move fast. It's quick action. The Eight of Wands is about getting carried away and sometimes infatuation. When it is reversed, it represents a slowdown. So unexpectedly, there is somebody who wants to, I want to say like renegotiate the terms of the arrangement of the relationship. Somebody wants to slow down. Maybe somebody feels like you guys are moving a little too fast. I don't know what stage your relationship is in, but they're not at your pace. I want to address this card that I got out of the essential oil deck. Okay, because I feel like you're being triggered here, Scorpio, and that's why I wanted to see what came out of this deck. True trigger statement to release. I need to escape. You might be feeling like you need to escape. Things are getting, maybe you're the one who's like feeling like things are moving too fast. And you're kind of like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with that. This is all too much. True statement to embrace, I am present. The root of the issue for you will make itself known. Be open to the information you receive from your body, mind, and environment. Okay. Okay. My point in just sharing that is with you, and the essential oil is vetiver. If your default reaction is, oh, this is too much, I need some space. If you're an avoidant, this would be a good time to address some of those behaviors that make you want to run away. A book that I love, and it's probably in my Amazon storefront under books. I do have a book idea list. Go look there. I probably have attached there. I mean, I listen to audiobooks because I'm too busy to be reading, to be honest. But I love that book. I learned a lot about myself. I love to recommend it to my clients. If you're an avoidant, it might be time to address that, okay? And that might be why you haven't been able to lock something down seriously, because you run away when ish gets hard. And you self-isolate and you're like, I can do better. I can do this by myself. I don't need this. Come on. Meet somebody halfway, which is why major accomplishment is compromise. All right, theme of the month, Tower. Okay, we've got Tower moment here. When the Tower is reversed, it can represent disaster avoided, but it can also represent needing to go through a spiritual kind of like diagnosis of like wondering what is your truth still. Do I still like this belief system? Or like you're going through an upheaval or like a system reboot of like, do I still need all this stuff? And when I say stuff, I mean belief systems, friends, jobs. You're kind of questioning your whole identity up until this point when you see the Tower reversed, okay? Because you're really thinking about uprooting a lot of things in your life. We've got the Three of Wands reversed. Again, kind of similar to the Eight of Wands reverse. It's like related to travel and expansion and growth. But when it's reversed, it's delays. There's a lot of delays happening for you this month. Okay, we've got Five of Swords reverse, which is good, which typically represents coming out of conflict. Okay, the Knight of Cups is here reversed. Water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Typically a lover boy. When we see it reversed, it's kind of player energy. So it seems like even if it's not a player, it's just somebody who's like just not as invested as maybe they used to be. Maybe you're the one who's not as invested as you used to be. It's feeling like, I'm not going to lie, Scorpio, it's feeling like you and your person are like taking a break this month. However, given your monthly forecast, it seems that it would only be within this month. And that you would reconnect by the end of the month, in my humble opinion. Let's look at some of these oracle cards. First one out was romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This card is usually saying if you're into somebody, they're most likely into you as well. We did have express your love come out. I'm feeling like you're not feeling safe enough to do that. Go ahead and make a romantic gesture. You feel like, why should I have to express myself when this person is treating me like, I'm not important? I feel that. So, make an executive decision there. Okay. You don't have to express your love just because this card came out. But here's how I've always operated in my love life. Can't really say that it's always served me. But I'd rather look crazy and tell people how I feel than bottle it in. That's just me. I'd rather know what happens when I express my feelings than not. That's me. That's me. I don't like to live with what if. I don't. But not everybody's the same. We do have the separation card out here. That's why I made a face. Okay. The separation card. Their time apart from your partner is on the horizon. That's why I'm like, looks like you might be taking a break this month. I'm not seeing cards that totally confirm a breakup for me. Now, the oracle cards that came out, the first one was protection. Guarding your heart, wait before dating again, coming out of your shell. I kind of feel like this is just you protecting yourself. You're like, oh, with the escapism, right? We've got habits coming out. Repeat the same mistakes, hanging on for no reason, hard to give them up. Somebody might actually be dealing with addiction. Actually, that's a good point because the devil is also connected to addiction. I forget that so often. It is usually connected to things you can overindulge in. And then we also have love abides. Okay. Feelings still remain, rekindling passion, giving it one more chance. So if you've had like I said, if you've had a relationship that's been struggling, maybe addiction is a problem here. And maybe somebody's battling and working through that. Maybe that's been a part of why you guys are separated. And this could be gambling, pornography. This could be shopping, substance abuse. It could be a lot of things. Addiction takes many forms. But what is clear to me is that this story isn't over. I don't know where you're at with it, Scorpio, but this love story, oh my God, not Taylor Swift. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. I miss old Tay Tay. That's what I like to call her. I liked old Tay Tay. All this new stuff, Redwood, like, girl, I didn't even listen to the album. I'm not going to listen to something of a showgirl. Here's where Taylor lost me. Here's where she lost me. Because I listened to that album where she had, it's me, hi, I'm the villain, it's me. Like, whatever song that was. I liked that song, but then I had to stop listening to it because I was like, ooh, this is an affirmation. But it was catchy, right? I listened to that album. I specifically remember I had a drive to Philadelphia, and I was like, this will be a good time to listen to this album. Child, that album for me, I felt like these were my literal thoughts. I didn't really want to replay anything. And I was like, for Taylor Swift to be as rich as she is and to be as popular as she is, that album felt underproduced to me. It felt like there was so much missing. I felt like that album was like a rough draft of an album. And I was just like, why are people hyping her up? Like her older music was way better. Anyway, this is not. Anyway, the song Love Story. What are those lyrics? There's lyrics that are important here. Hold on, let me catch a spirit. Because y'all know spirit speaks to me through music. Okay, yes. Here it is. We were both young when I first saw. Somebody needs to cover this. This would be fire. We were both young when I first saw you. I closed my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there. What? Hey, on a balcony in summer air. See the lights, see the party, the ball gowns. See you make your way in through the crowd and say hello. Little did I know. This is a regular day in my brain. Y'all know the song. Where's the part you want them to know, Spirit? So I sneak out because you were a Romeo. I was a Scarlet Letter, and my daddy said, "Save." I don't actually remember this part, and I should. The melody, I mean. Okay, now I remember. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. I'm obviously not giving my best performance right now. Romeo, save me, they're trying to tell me how to feel. This love is difficult, but it's so real. Don't be afraid, we'll make it out of this mess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Because she had the hits back in the day. Because she had the hits. You couldn't tell me, as I'm singing, you forgot that you knew them lyrics, didn't you? You forgot. You forgot that you knew. Like, oh, right. That was her joint. Right. Because she had the hits. How old is that song? Dang. 2008, Lord. Ooh, we getting old. Ooh, we getting old. But that's how I feel. So Spirit gave me that song for you. Sorry, it took 10 minutes. Scorpio, I don't think this is over. Yes, there might be a temporary separation, but I'm not convinced it's going to be permanent, especially when this card comes out of a deck for me. For me, it feels like confirmation of like, hey, this isn't over. This isn't done. Yeah, maybe there's some struggles here that both of you have to work through and navigate. And maybe there's some different paces right now between the two of you, but it's not over. Okay. All right. You might be like cursing me out right now from your laptop or your phone, but like, just trust me with this. See how the month unfolds. Don't pop off. Try to bite your tongue. Try not to say anything you think you're going to regret. And come back at the end of the month and let me know that you still with your boo. Okay? Okay, let's move on to your career and finances. Scorpio, I almost forgot what I was doing. I need to do your reading so I can go to bed. I was back here like, and I was like, oh wait. I done cleaned up all my cards. Okay, here we go. Career and finances. Here we go. All right, and let's get some oracle messages jumping out here for Scorpio, December 2025, please. Okay, Scorpio, December 2025. Scorpio, December 2025. I actually don't, okay. Okay, that makes sense to me. Sure, here we go. What to expect is the Lovers and the Hierophant. The Lovers is connected to Gemini energy in case you're dealing with anybody professionally or in financial dealings. That's a Gemini. Same goes for the Hierophant, as this card is connected to the sign of Taurus. Okay, so typically the Lovers, it is related to romantic connections, but it's also related to unions and contracts or partnerships. It's different from the Two of Cups because the Two of Cups usually is like kindred spirits, whereas the Lovers is it's a connection that both of you have agreed to I really hope I'm explaining this right. Two of Cups is more soulmate energy. The Lovers is more life partner. Does that make sense? Okay. So there's somebody that you're dealing with romantically, professionally, platonically in your career and finances. Now, the Hierophant was reversed. Typically, it represents spiritual teacher, enlightenment, traditional, tried and true way. But when we have it reversed, you're doing something unconventional or doing something your own way. To me, you're second guessing a partnership or a working relationship. I feel like you're playing with the idea of going your own way or doing something on your own. You may even be feeling unsupported from your company, from your job. You may be feeling like you're not getting what you should from them, like they're not holding up their end of the bargain. What's going on here, Spirit, for Scorpio? What to expect, career and finances. And we have, to clarify, Four of Cups, Strength, and Seven of Cups. This goes back to kind of like what I was saying in your monthly forecast. You are exploring your options. And I do want to address this card here because you're like, you haven't really made a decision to quit any job, but you're like, you know, you don't love it anymore. We've got options here. All right, many opportunities are becoming available to you now or flooded by too many ideas. Do not get stuck in doubt when an offer presents itself. Seize the moment to create multiple streams of income. Okay. The unexpected is the Four of Cups reversed and the Three of Swords reversed. This is quite positive to me because this for me is like all of a sudden you're like healing. Because when we look at this energy upright, Four of Cups, she's like, oh, why don't I have all these things? But she doesn't realize she's got this one magical bowl. Three of Swords, she's going through it. She's stressed. She's about to slit her wrist, okay? She is stressed. When this is reversed, the swords are falling out. The Four of Cups, she's starting to see the bright side. So unexpectedly, you're seeing a turnaround in your career and finances. Why? Or how, I should ask. Message of concern again. Okay, that's interesting. You know, when this, I used to hate this card, but I'm starting to understand it a bit more. This message of concern, you may end up pleading for somebody's help or assistance, going back to the Six of Pentacles of obstacle to overcome. You don't like asking help. I know you, Scorpio. So you may be in a pinch and you may feel like, okay, or vice versa. Maybe somebody might need your help. And you're the one to help them, but it's all stemming from somebody who is in distress. What is this related to? Pathway. I feel like somebody's trying to like get back on track with their life. I don't know if it's you or somebody close to you. Whether you're the one that needs to get back on track or somebody close to you, it's happening. You're putting all the heaviness behind you. All right, theme of the month, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Second time that's coming out here. To me, that it's like you see how it's about patience and waiting for something to grow. When it's reversed, you're impatient. You're like, should I still be investing in this? Is this even still worth my time? Page of Pentacles is similar energy. You're dedicated, you're disciplined, but you're not really sure if the juice is worth the squeeze anymore. We've got Eight of Pentacles reversed. A lot of time, this was your key goal to pursue, remember? So this is another repeating card. Lots of pentacles for you this month. Very materially focused, very financially focused. When this is reversed, you're burnt out. I mean, it's the end of the year, so who isn't, right? But you're burnt out, but I don't think you have the luxury of relaxing, but you're going to be forced to relax because it's the end of the year. It's like you're stressed for like whatever reason, because you need to get business handled, you need to take care of some things. But because it's the end of the year, people are on vacation, you can't get what you need done. So you're going to have to just relax too. You know, we have the High Priestess reverse. I don't feel like you're very connected to your intuition. I drew one more card. We have the Five of Cups reverse. Again, you know, grief, sadness, loss. When that's reversed, we're coming out of that energy. This is coming through, potentially unrelated, but I don't know if you or someone close to you is afraid to be vulnerable because maybe they feel like they shouldn't be grieving something or someone. That was so vague. Okay, hold on. I was sensing and picking up on energy of someone, maybe you or someone around you, that maybe feels guilty for grieving something or someone, as if they shouldn't have a right to grieve or they feel silly for grieving it. Imagine somebody got a pet bird and the bird died within like a week of having it. And somebody, I don't mean to laugh. But like, okay, I'll just use me as an example. I don't have a bird, but let's say I got a bird, okay? And I'm so excited about this bird. And after a week, I have this bird, it dies. And now I'm like in a chronic depression about this. You would have thought I had this bird for years. And so to other people, so I might feel a little insecure of like, oh, I shouldn't be grieving this hard for a bird I've had a week. But what other people might not realize is that loss maybe triggered all this other stuff inside of you. Why can't I keep anything good? What's wrong with me? Why does everything around me die? You know what I mean? Like, that could make somebody spiral, okay? I did not lose a bird recently, so that's not my case, but I'm just using that as an extreme example. I'm just getting the sense that someone feels guilty for wanting to grieve. That's interesting. Or feeling like they're not allowed. Okay, my honest to God opinion, Scorpio, I see your situation. You're not happy. You want to make some changes. I just think you need to change the tempo. Okay? I feel like internally you're like, oh, I need to change this. It sucks. All of this is terrible. But like the rest of the world is not on that speed, babe. So because you're in that energy, you're expecting everybody to meet you, or that you are vibrationally a match to other people who are also like, boom, let's get done, let's make changes. But it's like, it's December. You know, most people are not on that speed. So I need you to just turn it down a notch. I need you to just like acknowledge, okay, I want to make some changes in my business, in my career, in my finances, but I don't need to be so aggressive about this. I can make these changes or pursue these things at a manageable pace. Because I don't want you to stress yourself. Imagine you're applying to jobs. I don't want you to applying to 20, 40 jobs a day and you're like, oh, boom, 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 send it all out. Why am I not getting any interviews? Because it's December, babe. Not to say you won't get called in January, but let's just take it down a notch. You could still be just as effective if you are more intentional with your energy. And lock into your intuition about being mindful about what's for you and what's not. Let's look at the other oracle cards I got. I got real estate, because I said something's up with your house. Something's up with your home. All right, build a solid foundation prior to building several stories above it. Consider a career in real estate, interior design, architecture, or any home business. It's time to get back to basics to strengthen your finances. Also, when I see real estate, the real estate card, it's often connected to, maybe you work in real estate, but it's also usually connected with either repairs or things that you need to do related to the home or debts you need to pay on the home. That could be taking up a lot of energy, focus, or finances. I want to read this one first. We've got work smart. I used to get this card all the time, but I get it less now. I don't know that I'm working smarter, but are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions are that simple. Perhaps it's time to clean house personally and professionally to start with a clean palette. Stick to basic needs when it comes to spending and put some money aside. I think the problem with me is that like I'll realize, oh, this is inefficient, and I make a change, and I'll stick with the new change for like a week, and then I'm like, let's do something different. I've never stuck with a plan or routine long enough in my entrepreneurship for it to be effective. Just being honest. I don't know if that has to do with who I am as a person or just the demands of entrepreneurship. I don't know. I'm not unpacking that right now. Anyway, networker. It may be time to create or reach out to people in your network. It may be time to create or reach out to your network of people who will help you. Okay, I'm saying you need some help. Consider a career in marketing, promoting, sales, or any professional networking job. Make the most out of the resources you have to improve your finances. Going back to that major accomplished card, remember we had the temperance and we had the community. Those two cards stuck out for me. And remember, advice and encouragement was 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. You are getting in connection with the right people. And if you haven't checked, go back to my website and I had the Mercury retrograde forecast. I specifically said to you, and Mercury was retrograde for the majority of November, that it looks like you were getting an opportunity or a job through a friend. And that energy might still be happening for you this month, where you're using your connections, you're using your relationships to advance yourself in some way and position yourself better to be making more money, or even just have a better work-life balance if you don't like where you are now anymore. It's so hard. Things are going to work out for you, Scorpio. I just need you to de-stress a little bit, but it's, when your circumstances are real, I don't know what you're going through, but when the stakes are high, because I feel like the stakes are emotionally high for you, if I'm being honest. It feels all very emotionally charged, emotionally heightened. There's a financial element here, okay, but I don't really think you're lazy. I think you're tired. I think you're a little burnt out, but you're not lazy. And you're not broke. You might need some money, but you're not broke. I just think that there's emotional sensitivity here. And that might be why, going back to the Queen of Cups of where to find support, why Spirit is saying, hey, take a beat. do some self-care, because you might be running yourself into the ground so hard that you're becoming crabby, you're becoming irritable, you're becoming unpleasant to be around. And you got to adjust. Okay. I'm yapping. I'm getting tired. I can feel my eyes. I love you so much. Scorpio, drop some comments, drop some emojis, let YouTube know that you like this content. I look forward to reading your stories and your situations. I hope this helped you in some way. All right. I hope you feel seen at the very least. Okay. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, Scorpio.